Hello, Owen James here, and thank you for joining me, and welcome to this video. If you're not familiar with my work, and then head on over to my blog, which is owenjames.info, and you can check out all the free information I've got over there for you. Everything from internet marketing, how to make money online, right through to current affairs, news and analysis, with my background in research and history. So today I've got some fantastic free information for you again today, and I'm going to be telling you and showing you how to create banners. Now, banners are like the little advertising strip that perhaps goes down the side of a blog, for example, and that really helps you to get click-throughs into your mailing list and so on and so forth. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, then I suggest going to check out the Hermetic Wealth Element System, which you can find down below this video, which will tell you, or which will show you, from zero internet marketing experience right up to the advanced levels of how to make money online, all in bite-sized tutorial steps, so that you can be brought right up to speed with how it can be done and how it can be done and used to extreme effectiveness. So banners are a very clickable link on the side of your website or blog that help people go through into another and take them to another page, where then they perhaps get their information, an email, for example. And if you haven't checked out my free course, which is the Fast Freedom Income System, and I'm going to be and the banner that you'll see there is actually the banner that I'm going to show you how to create today. Now, we will be using something called Photoshop. I'm sure everyone's familiar with Photoshop. Now, I'm sure that as well that not everyone has Photoshop, because it can be extremely expensive when you're buying it new off the internet or from Adobe, for example. But don't worry, there are solutions out there, and one of them is the Photoshop Elements from a few years back, and you can pick that up for free, which is a free download, and I've got the link down below this video for you to pick up that Photoshop Elements, and you'll be able to do and follow along with what I'm teaching you today with that Photoshop Elements package. So just click the link and download the package, and then you can follow along quite easily with the video tutorial that I'm going to be showing you today. If not, then you can upgrade to the current version of if you feel like splashing out a bit, then you can spend, I think it's $90, and you get the up-to-date version of Photoshop Elements with more of the current elements that are involved in the original Photoshop package. So it's up to you. Of course, the free option is there, and you might already have Photoshop, so then we will just proceed with today's tutorial, which is all about making banners that are going to help your internet marketing career by helping convert people to contacts and leads, for example. Okay, so let's begin the tutorial, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye. Okay folks, so I'm over in Photoshop, and I'm going to show you how to make a banner just like this one, and you might recognize it from my blog if you've come in through via my blog, and it's very easy to make this kind of banner, and of course it really helps to get conversions for people to click on the banner and then go through and receive some further information from you. So let's get started with how you can quickly and easily make a banner like this. So if I just draw down all of these layers that I have put on this banner, you can see that this is the raw material that we work with, and I'll show you how to do that in a separate tab. So to open a new tab, you just go File, New, and then you could open a new page. And you want to copy these dimensions, which is 7 inches in width and 19 inches high, and you can leave the resolution at 30 and then just click create. I won't create it because I've already created it. And this is what's known as a skyscraper banner. And to get it looking a little bit like the one that I just showed you, what we want to do is come over to the panel over here and select the paint tool. And first of all, before we select the paint tool, what we need to do is choose a background color that we want this banner to be. And what we're going to do is have the colors fading in from one color to another to get a nice textured effect. So I've chosen blue. Obviously you can choose whatever color you want. So choose blue as the primary color and then click on the secondary color to choose the secondary color, and that is white. So we've selected that. And then what we'll do is we will just fill in the background with the blue color. And then we are going to take the gradient tool and we're going to come up here and select the type of gradient that we want. And I've selected this one here in the corner. And then what we'll do is we'll come over to the banner, and what we'll do is we'll just drag from the top of the banner in the middle with the gradient tool straight down to the bottom. And then release, and there you have a nice gradient effect for your banner there, for the background. And so if we have a look, now I've created a few lines here and there, but it's best to fill those in at the end when you know more what the structure of the banner will be. So next, for example, you might want to add an image, and by adding an image you simply, like I have here, you simply select File, Open, and if you have been on Google and selected a royalty-free image from Google, you just type royalty-free woman in office, for example, in this image, and then you would click Open Image, and it would open the image in a separate window. And then what we would do, in fact I'll just do that to show you the process. So, portrait images, let's take this lady for example, and it will open in a new window, for example like that. Then we would just come back to this cursor here, which is the move tool, and we would just select the image and drag it up here and simply place it over our banner. Then if you're on a Mac, you would press Command T, and you can see that we have the new layer over here to the side. You press Command T, and that is for the free transform tool. And now we can scale down this image so that it will fit nicely onto the banner. If you're on a PC, by the way, I believe it's Control T to initiate the transform tool, and then holding Shift on our keyboard to constrain the proportions of the image, we would simply take the corner and drag the image down. And we just keep dragging it down from each side until we get the image to a size that is agreeable for our banner, for example, and then we would just place the image there. Okay. So you want a powerful image that will grab the attention of your viewer, and once it's in place, then we just press enter and the image will be fixed in that position. So next, what we want to do is we want to add some text to this banner. For example, we can now control all of our normal text functions up here. So we can choose a nice text. Now you want something that's going to contrast with blue, so perhaps white, which will stand out very nicely. And then we can begin to apply our text. Let's make it a bit bigger. So the fast freedom income system. See if we can fit that. Okay. And then what we can do is we just place that, and we find at this point near the corner of our text box, we see here that we have this option to tilt, and we can tilt the text on its side and reposition the text. And then we can simply play around with the text and get it so that it fits in a better way. Perhaps if I elongate the text box just slightly, I can fit the text better. Now you get the general idea. I'm just gonna do this quickly, really, just so that you have an idea of how to do it. And if we probably match up the writing so it's matching the tilt of that line there. And maybe we can take the size down just so that it fits a little bit better. Okay. Yeah, so you get the general idea. You can just play around with it. For example, you could make this bigger and the fast a bit bigger, or change the colors of the words just by simply selecting a color. Sorry, I should have turned my pointer on so that you can see correctly what I am pointing at. So I'll just do that now quickly. So there we have it. We have the title of our product, or the banner that we want to create. Now we want to put in some instructions on the banner. And so again, we would just grab the text box and then we would select where we want. So I want instructions down at the bottom here, for example. Just to save time, I'll just click this layer on so you can see the finished result. So you would just simply grab the text box and then place it there and input your text. And I'll add the other text, 100% free, obviously a catchy, enticing offer for most people. No one wants to pay for things. So no catch, no hidden costs, 100% free. So you're telling people here, you've got the title up here, and then down here we have more information about what we're giving away. So there's no catch, there's no hidden cost, it's 100% free. And now this is up to you, obviously, this is your creative ability. I've added arrows. Arrows are of course hugely effective as a call to action, and I think I've used arrows quite effectively here. We can see that one arrow is pointing down to this information here, and these arrows are pointing to the side of the banner, which is almost like a call to take action, to move through and to take action with the banner. Now I've used these shapes just by coming over to here and using the custom shape tool, and you can pretty much create any shape that you would like by using these functions up here. And you can put in any, for example, you could use a circle or a line tool. The line tool I use to create these lines here, just to give it a bit of an edgy feel to it. And really you just get creative with it. So once you have finished, as you can see over here, you will every time you perform a certain action in Photoshop, you will get a new layer, and these are known as layers if you are unfamiliar with Photoshop. And you would save this once you've finished. You would save this as a PSD, a Photoshop file, and that is so that you can. Sorry, I have to move something that you can't see. My screen capture recording software. Okay, so save as. You would click save once you are happy with your banner and they're happy with the way that it looks. And you can see here it says Photoshop, and what that will do is it will save the banner with all of these layers. It will be a larger file, but we will save all of these layers, and that's important because you might want to come back and edit something in the banner at a later date. Perhaps you spot a spelling mistake or something that you need to add or at a later date. So it's good to save the layers so that you can adjust anything you want. So once you've saved that PSD or Photoshop file, which you can see here it's Photoshop, you would just click save and then to your desktop or to a file of your choosing, and that is basically job done. But what we will then want to do is create a image that we can use on the internet, and we will do that by clicking layer and flatten image. And flattening the image will discard all of these layers and bring the image down into one file type. And then of course we can save another new version of the same image. Just get rid of that, excuse me. Give it a new name so that it is identifiable from the other PSD file, and you want to select JPEG, and that will change the extension of the file up here. and then you would click save, and then select a reasonable quality. I'm not going to do it because it will overwrite the one that I have. Then you select a reasonable quality JPEG size, something reasonable for the internet. The resolution of this image is quite low, so you won't have a problem uploading it to the web. As you can see, resolution is 30. That's just because due to the size of the canvas. Okay. Just a quick tip for Mac users: if you want to go back, then you would simply press Alt, Command, and Z on your keypad all at the same time, and you can see that the layers have reappeared here. And if you want to go forward a step that you have made, then you would press Shift, Alt, Command, Z, and you can see that here we have moved forward again in time, and you have the image flattened, as it is known, again. So I'll just go back again, and you can see all my layers there, and it's very quick and easy there, as you can see, to construct a nice looking banner with a bit of sales copy and some of your creative design, and really get click-through rates going on this image. So that's it for this tutorial. I hope you've enjoyed it and found it very useful, creating banners for internet marketing and for your blog. If you want to get my free course, where I'll instantly take you through how to start making money online with affiliate marketing and YouTube, then please check out my blog, owenjames.info, and you can see this banner that is on the side of my blog there, and that will take you through to a free course that you can get straight away to your inbox. It's a 3-day course over 3 days from when you subscribe to it, and it's totally free. Just drop me your email and you'll get that direct to your inbox. So I hope you have a very nice day, and thank you for listening to me in this tutorial. If you have any questions and you're watching this on my blog, please leave a comment below and I will try to answer your question as soon as I can. I normally answer them within 1 or 2 hours. And if you're on YouTube, please rate and subscribe. It's always helpful and welcome. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.